How's it going, everyone? Got quite a lot to talk about in this video. PlayStation Plus Celebration is going on right now, and it is your chance to get a couple of free avatars with the use of a voucher code. We'll talk all about that. I believe the voucher codes vary region to region, so keep that in mind. Also want to talk an interesting note about one of the new PlayStation Plus premium titles, and it is available for standalone purchase, Killzone Liberation, but you might actually be able to get it for free, harkening back to an infamous event that happened back in 2011. We'll talk all about that, and we have the release date for Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1. More on that at the end of this video. But first of all, as a part of the PlayStation Plus Celebration event, Sony is giving out free PlayStation avatars as well as wallpapers. You have a Uncharted Legacy of Thieves avatar, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart avatar, which I think looks the best, Kenna Bridge of Spirits, Chia, and Horizon Forbidden West. It's worked out where all of these games are also available on PlayStation Plus Extra, I believe, so that's actually a good way to do it since, you know, kind of promotes Plus Extra as a whole, doing it that way. But nonetheless, it's been a year since PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium have come into the fold, and I think for the most part it's been generally well received outside of Premium's classic catalogs being relatively lackluster. However, credit where credit is due, I do think Sony's doing a somewhat decent job at making that a little bit better. I'm not saying it's what I expected. Like, I thought we were going to get a solid influx of PS1, PS2, and PSP games, and 3 games a month, 2 games a month. That's really not at the level that I was expecting, and let's be honest, like, usually it's 1 or 2 of those games that are really stand out to me, but nevertheless, that's going to be somewhat subjective. Hopefully they do ramp up on the premium offerings from a classic catalog standpoint, because I just think game streaming and the meme trials, those just aren't what people are signing up for premium for. They're signing up mostly, I would like to think, for the classics catalog. I might be wrong about that, but you guys let me know that you're signed up for premium. I feel like a lot of you guys signed up for a lengthy period of time thinking you were getting it cheaper and you were gonna have a bevy of classics to play, and I feel like Sony hasn't really delivered to the best of their ability on that. Although, again, recently with titles such as Pursuit Force, Killzone Liberation, Legend of Dragoon, titles like that being added, that's what I want to see. We just want to see more of that. But again, these avatars available right now. On top of that, download a free PlayStation Plus wallpaper. Download the exclusive wallpaper for your desktop or mobile device and celebrate some of the games, characters, and consoles that make PlayStation the best place to play. The wallpaper is actually pretty cool, I have to say. I like how they do the wallpaper, harkening back to some of the PlayStation consoles of yesteryear. I don't see any PlayStation Vita on the wallpaper, though, so come on, man. Why you doing my boy the Vita dirty there? Come on, Sony. But nonetheless, that wallpaper available right now, so you can have a look at that for yourself as well if you want to deck out your desktop or your mobile device. Alright, moving on from that, Killzone Liberation, probably the most notable PlayStation Plus Classics title that is dropping this month, available right now, and you can also purchase it for $9.99. Interestingly enough, let's rewind back to 2011. Do you guys know what happened in 2011? If you were a PlayStation fan back then, and I believe it was at the end of March or end of April, there was a little PlayStation outage that happened where the PlayStation Network got attacked, and it was down for, I believe, about a month, maybe a little over a month, and as a make-good to the PlayStation consumer base, Sony had offered 2 PlayStation titles for you to add to your library for free. Well, one of those games was, in fact, Killzone Liberation, so go back 12 years. If you did add Killzone Liberation to your library 12 years ago, guess what? It is still available for you to redeem and add it to your library now. I think that's a little interesting thing, and you know, it's cool that at least we can reminisce about that. I saw a social media post by Wario referencing that, and it had like over 5,000 likes, and yeah, that PlayStation outage back in 2011, like, some of you guys, if you're watching our videos and you're a little bit younger, or maybe you just became a video game fan, because I know, you know, gaming has exploded over the last decade or so. 2011, when the PlayStation outage happened, man, that was a absolutely wild month. And why it was so bad timing is, I believe, right before that 1-month outage for the PlayStation Network happened. Guess what happened the week of the outage? Oh, a little game called Portal 2 came out. Oh, a little game called Mortal Kombat 9 came out. Oh, a little game called SOCOM 4 came out. Yes, 3 games with multiplayer came out in the same week, or right around the same time, and I remember a lot of people picking up SOCOM 4 and then getting absolutely screwed by the PlayStation outage, and it was just an awful time as far as that's concerned. Yeah, one of the most infamous PlayStation moments, I think, in history. Yeah, SOCOM 4 came out in April, on April 19th over here. When did MK9 come out? I'm actually just curious. Mortal Kombat 9 came out on April 19th as well, and then let's look up Portal 2. When did Portal 2 come out? Because I remember those 3 games all came out around the same time. Portal 2 came out on April 18th, and April 20th actually on PlayStation 3. So you're literally talking about 3 gargantuan releases with multiplayer aspects to all of them, and then the PlayStation Network just goes down for a month. Imagine the horrendous timing that was with those titles. It was just a bad scene when that came to fruition, but what are you gonna do? You know, sometimes things like that do happen, and the exact duration of the outage was 23 days. I'm sure that there's like a documentary online on YouTube somebody made, but that was a crazy period to be living through that period. And bear in mind that this is 12 years ago. I'm in my teenage years. I don't really understand what the hell is going on at that point. I'm just a little old lad trying to play some video games, and yeah, everything just goes to hell on the PlayStation Network. But nevertheless, Killzone Liberation available now. I don't think Killzone Liberation was one of those games that people flocked towards. I believe Infamous 1 was given out as one of the titles, and maybe like Little Big Planet was given out, and definitely Dead Nation. I think Dead Nation was one of those games that was given out. So, you know, I think people gravitated towards those, and Killzone Liberation was only playable on the PSP, and the PSP was still, you know, not a platform everybody gravitated towards, but nevertheless, it is available on the PlayStation Store, $9.99 on that, and yeah, this definitely plays different than the other Killzone titles, obviously designed for the PSP, so don't go into it expecting even Killzone Mercenary. It's not like that at all. Lastly, I do want to know Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 launches October 24th for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch, and PC. So it's going to be hitting all those platforms, not on PS4, which I do find a little surprising, but it'll include Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, and then with all of that, we will be getting some bonus content. First of all, Metal Gear on the SNES version and Snake's Revenge, and then also Metal Gear Solid Digital Graphic Novel, Metal Gear Solid 2 Digital Graphic Novel, and Metal Gear Solid Digital Soundtrack. The digital graphic novels, I believe, were released on the PSP, and yeah, you guys know people were just gravitating towards getting digital graphic novels on those UMDs, my guys, but nevertheless, those digital graphic novels go for a pretty penny on, like, you know, second-hand sellers and whatnot, so the fact that it's all going to be included in this collection, that's quite nice. I imagine that this is going to go for a hefty price. I'd have to think $49.99. I wouldn't even be surprised if it's $60, to be perfectly honest, because when the Metal Gear Collection came out, that was Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 HD, and then you got Metal Gear Peace Walker as well. Well, here, they're giving you Metal Gear Solid instead of Peace Walker, which, you know, take that for what you will, and then a bunch of bonus content on top of that, and game prices have just increased over the course of the last decade, so I'm led to believe, at the very least, it's going to be $50, and I could even see $59.99, especially given that it's coming out on the Switch, and I don't know, I just associated high game prices with the Switch. Yeah, I could see it being $60, and it's skipping out on last-gen releases, so, you know, PS5 and Xbox Series users are already acclimated to spending $70 on their games. Even on Switch, Zelda was $70, and PC as well, there have been $70 releases, although not too many, but I could see this being maybe a $60 release on consoles and then a $50 release on PC. I could see that happening for sure, but excited to, you know, be able to preserve these games, and hopefully with Volume 2, I don't know what they're going to include with Volume 2, but I think most people are hoping Metal Gear Rising, Metal Gear Solid 4, of course, because that game needs to be preserved, and then Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, there's Portable Ops out there, there's Acid out there, there's other games they can certainly add to these collections. Twin Snakes is out there as well, and I'm probably forgetting a couple of titles. Metal Gear is such a vast franchise that you're bound to forget a title or two, but I think if they, like, pace it out right, they can get 3 volumes out of it. What I would probably do, if I was trying to get 3 volumes, what you would have to do is, the big ones that people are going to be looking forward to is Peace Walker, Rising, and MGS4. So you want to separate those 3 games across 2 more volumes, which I do think they're going to do. I think you could do Peace Walker, Rising, and maybe some additional content with that game, with those games. Although I would probably want to do Peace Walker with Metal Gear Solid 5, and then maybe do Rising with Metal Gear Solid 4. I don't know exactly how they're gonna do it, but you guys get the idea. I think we're gonna get 2 more volumes out of this if they do want to get the most mileage, because those 3 games are games that people really want: Rising, 4, and Peace Walker. And I would probably put Rising and Peace Walker together just because 4 is like the one everybody wants. So you can bundle in Rising and Peace Walker in the same collection and get people really excited over that. That's what I'm thinking, but you know, maybe they'll be nice to us and do it all 3 games in one collection, but we'll see about that. I do also see them doing MGS5 as a part of this collection because it's coming to Switch. MGS5 was not released on the Switch, but guess what? MGS5 was released on PS3 and 360, so if it was released on PS3 and 360, you're damn sure you can get it on a Nintendo Switch as well. And the Fox engine is just, you know, is absolutely incredible, so I think they can get it on Switch, no problem. But that'll do it for me. Again, some PlayStation avatars available right now, celebrating plus 1 year of the rework. Killzone Liberation, again, fun anecdote there and fun story with the, not fun really, but we can at least in retrospect look at it with some humor. And Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 launches October 24th for PS5, Xbox Series, Switch, and PC. That'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.